Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Welcome back to the official Nick Walsh TV channel. We're back with more 50K challenge and we're playing Spin Goes. And today we might not lose. It's gonna be really cool. We're gonna try our best to get through some Spin Goes today. Let's take a look at the challenge so far. If you guys are new, 50K challenge, we're playing $50,000 worth of $10 Spin Goes in the new merge Spin Go pool to see what happens. So far, it's not going great, but I have a feeling that things might change in the near future. All right, so this is the filter specifically for the start of the challenge. It's also the filter specifically for $10 buy-ins. It's also the chip sum 900 to 1500, which basically just means it's Spin Goes, more or less. That's how we're filtering for that in this database. $7,450 gambled, and we're only down 250 bucks. Not bad, right, chat? Minus 3% ROI. 8.8 chip EV, which is not enough to really make myself feel proud of myself just yet. I do feel as though we have been on the wrong end of some seriously long-term coolers here, but that's cool. That's all part of the process, and I have no doubt in the future it will slowly resolve itself. Let's take a look at this in the graph. You guys can see that we're making progress. So a lot of the adjustments that we're making in our pre-flop have taken hold, right? There's a lot of flatness in this line here. That's good. I've never been a particularly red line player. However, our flatness in the red line means that we're not really doing that much wrong in terms of giving up pots. We're not giving away too much pre-flop. I have no doubt there's still leaks. There's probably still things we could work on. However, I think that what we've done and what we're seeing here is a real pushback at the adjustments that we've made, right? So we went into this playing like, you know, a style or having more experience playing a deeper stack style in general, and immediately got punished. We're probably losing too much in red line overall. And now that we've stabilized, what we've done is we've actually started to plug some of those leaks. We started to get more used to playing at the shallower stack depth on average. And now we're caught in this limbo because we can't seem to string more than like one or two all-ins together that are perfectly good all-ins without running into, you know, kings or queens or whatever. I've no doubt that this is going to happen a lot during this challenge. We need to adjust our expectations, but we're going to play some volume and we're going to see if we can improve on this today, guys. And we're going to see if we can get to the point where we might even be worthy of having a positive ROI. I know, shocking, believe it or not. Yeah, that's about it. We're going to play spins. Let's start off with the one table and let's see what they got for us today. Welcome back, guys. Welcome to the Thunderdome. We're playing $10 spins. Let's get one going and we'll catch up with the chat. How you guys doing out there? Lots of friendly faces. Raksha and Tom here, of course. Eagle Hunter, we go again indeed. Look at the resolve, you guys. Look at the resolve. I wasn't even mad. I wasn't even a little bit mad last night. I wasn't fuming in the slightest last night. Croaks is here. What's up, buddy? Zintax, hello. Our very own Zintax going to be playing in the Spin Go Championships. Very exciting, very exciting. And we got Ed K. What's up? Joni is out there. Big Deal is taking prop bets on starting with the Gunner glasses. It is far too early in the day to pull out the good luck glasses. I do have something that I want to wear for you guys, though, during our oh, fuck me. I do have something that I want to wear for you guys during our next PJ Tour stream, though, that I think you guys are going to like. I've been saving it up. It's right in front of me, and I want to put it on, but that also sounds kind of kinky, but it can be as kinky as you guys want. It's fine. Hello, John Edwards. Aaron Paul says, hi, Nick. Everyone can't stay long. Wanted to pop in and say, hola, much love, miss you. I miss you too, buddy. Hope you're well. I'm sure we'll see you sooner rather than later. John Delano, a.k.a. John Delano, just makes it up as he goes along. What's up? All right, can we make the pocket Koenigs work here? Apparently top pair, top kicker, no good in the previous pot. It's an ace-high board. We need to proceed with caution. We're value betting technically. It's a snap call on the turn. If he shoves the turn, I think we still have to call, though. He's going to have more 10x and flush draws than anything else. And on the river, we're going for value. If he has an ace, I wish him the best of luck. Otherwise, he's going to have a 10, and he's going to pay us all the monies. Go on, Jake. Do me a favor, mate. I could use the chips. Please, mate. I could use the chips so bad. Sad story, sad story. All right, we got ace jack here. We're going to start with the min open at the stack depth. We're calling a jam from the big blind, of course. In fact, either player works. King, queen, jack 10 can be in there. Jack of clubs is a pretty decent blocker. I think we probably do best just by starting off small. Pretty awful turn. Sincerely terrible, in fact. Might save us some chips if we run into jack 10, though. And what are we getting value from on the river? We are actually chopping against other aces. Yeah, we're just checking. The queen jack probably not as confident to call a river bet there, but that was not the worst outcome. These two tilting each other. Definitely want to see a flop with jack 7 of clubs. We have a gut shot. We're not folding the flop just yet. Raising seems like a possibility. On the shallower side against the unknown, we'll float and see what happens on the turn instead. Top pair any good? This is an interesting line. I mean, it can just be a random 10. It could be a jack, I suppose. Could be lots of things that beat us, but I don't think we're folding somehow. Wish me luck. Yep. Seems good. This time it holds. Let's put the rest in. And technically 6-7 suited is a push here. Unknown player, we're going to adjust as a limp. Technical value bet on the flop, I think. Queen X is supposed to be all in more often pre-flop. I'm a bit concerned about the kicker. We can go for a value bet on the river, though. Yeah, nice. Good deduction. And that's going to be a close one. We're going to probably be a little bit tighter against the unknown player. Yo, Double Buddha, what's up? Good to see you. It's yours in text truly who asked some silly questions on Discord. Don't be ridiculous, mate. It's important you ask. And then if people on Discord are like, no, that's important, like, you know, blah blah blah, you just learned something. It's not a big deal. Definitely a little bet on the flop here with the gut shot. King Queen X, we're gonna get so many folds. Jack deuce diamonds. We're not folding. We're not folding yet. We are going to lead the turn. On the river, we potentially have the best hand. He's going to have a lot of missed spades. He's going to have missed straight draws. If we check and he bets, I'm probably going to be obliged to call quite often. Yeah. Good bluff catch spot, though, right? We almost got him with the bluff catcher. And this is a push. Technically, against the unknown, we can be particularly exploit and just find the limps. That is not the worst flop I've ever seen in my life. Go on, bluff. You got to bluff at some point, mate. Find a bluff. Find a bluff. Did we find a bluff? No, we just flopped the nuts and then he chopped with us on the turn. Because that's how we run right now. Got him down to 3 big blinds, chat. What could go wrong? What could go what could possibly go wrong? $40 in the bank. Let's go. It was thin, John. You liked that, didn't you? That was a thin bet. All right. We haven't lost. We didn't lose the game. We did not lose the game. Oh, gotta open that. That would help. We're at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna try and not lose a fucking all-in. No. What's up, Ladder? Nick, a question. Have you thought about changing your strategy, maybe using smaller sizes? I I have been looking into that later, yes. However, naturally, in my sort of most recent study that I've been doing, I have been finding much smaller bet sizes, especially the deeper stacked we get, right? That's not necessarily true. Sorry, not the deeper stacked we get, the later stages of the tournament. So when I've been doing my ISO drills, so I've got a filter where I play specifically against the computer 15 to 5 big blinds effective versus limp. So strictly ISO pots, or strictly like, we're responding to a limp heads up basically. And the more work that I've been doing, the more I've realized that at the shallower stack depths, I'm absolutely using the wrong sizes too often. I've been sizing up very, very frequently on the river as like a polarizing thing, when actually we should be using like smaller 1 big blind sizings when we get to like sub 8 big blinds. Obviously, it's going to be situational. It's dependent on the spot, right? But we're going to. It is an adjustment that I feel like we have started to make more naturally just as a result of the study. Okay, just run into 8s, then run into aces. Again, it's pretty difficult to have a positive chip EV when you keep running into overpairs, but there you go. We are up against the player I don't know. So that's something. I think our hand's good enough to raise. That is probably the worst possible turn. Yeah, okay. Cool. It looks like we probably made a good move there on the flop, guys. Got punished on the turn, though, of course. I can't really think of much worse turns. Maybe the overcard that brings the straight. That might be slightly worse. But we have the tenacity. We can build this back. Snap check on the flop. All right, let's bluff the river here. Definitely not a spot I would usually bluff. Against the unknown, we're going to sneak in more of those. Lighter says, in my small way, at lower levels, I have noticed improvements in the variance decreases. Yeah, so I would say that generally in spinning goes, because we're shorter stacked, we do have smaller sizings in general. But then what I've noticed is my intuitive sizings on rivers heads up, especially as we get into the later stages of the tournament, have been wrong from a GTO perspective. That doesn't mean that they're wrong, in real life. It just I do think that probably I'm not getting enough value at the later stages as I potentially should. I am very tempted to just shove the turn here. Folding seems too nitty when a 9 or a 10 is probably going to be live as well, though. What do I do? What do I do, chat? I don't know. That was weird. We don't have any time bank now, though. Pretty straightforward here. King 4 is always a push at the stack depth. Running into King 7 is just very symptomatic of what we're doing at the moment. So I've obviously been we've been running pretty bad, guys. Not necessarily in chips like chips versus EV, but also just in like lots of cold deck situations. As I keep saying, sorry to bang on about it. I'm only saying this because I actually went and I uploaded hand histories to GTO from the start of the challenge. I'm like, are we really making that many mistakes? We had a GTO wizard score of 85%, which is pretty damn high, especially when a huge portion of the hands that were submitted didn't even go through because they were so far away from GTO. Like when you upload hands to GTO Wizard, it'll tell you how many hands you uploaded and then how many were actually scanned successfully because they found a close match. Really? Okay. Well, that is strange. I thought I was value betting. I don't think that's a bluff, but okay. That's fine. And yeah, GTO wizard score of 85% with the obvious caveat that, you know, tons of that stuff is going to be us, a fraction of the percentages that we lose when we're doing our GTO wizard score. A fraction of that is going to be to do with just pure exploit, so things that we're doing which is better than computer. And then some of that is going to be to do with the fact that the computer has had to omit a huge portion of the hands. A big chunk of the hands that were so far off node, off base, if you will. Okay, this is unacceptable behavior. Do not reward that behavior. Okay, maybe we did get bluffed. Maybe we did get bluffed. We're gonna play spin and go. Yeah, this guy is gonna be punting now. He's got 11 bigs. Give it to him. Give it to the other guy. The 8-3 is fine here. The 8-3 is actually okay for two bigs. What's up, Ed K? Good to see you, buddy. Hello, Dean. Dean says, am I feeling better today? Do you remember no misclicks? Dean, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I feel fantastic. Never felt better. And I don't have any recollection of what you're referencing. I have no recollection of anything that you're referencing. I'm not folding the flop. If he has an ace, good luck to him. But we're going to do this. Thank you very much, sir. So, for example, there is a good chance that that line was not GTO. But there's also a good chance that my opponent is not supposed to lead full pot on the flop there, like, ever. So, you know, you have to take it with a pinch of salt. Anyway, the takeaway from what I'm trying to say is, apparently I'm not a total dumbass, even though I feel like it right now. The way we've been running and the way the graph looks. I'm definitely a little bit of a dumbass, though. But that's just me. That's just natural. All right, guys. He's just going to stab at any flop, right? Okay, this is good to know. This is good to know. Okay, we're going to bet 1.5 on the turn. There you go. Exploit at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. The pure exploit. I'm replaying Metal Gear and I had a dream with the... Yeah, classic, isn't it? Where are we at? This is at 7. Let's play this as a limp. We're calling a shove. Wish me luck, guys. Oh, that's cool. The limp trapperini. The limp trapperini any good? Now that, on the other hand, was GTO. On the other hand, that one was, in fact, G to the dizzle. G to the tizzle to the ozzle. I'm not sure. Oh, queen high for the win? Queen high for the win, huh? All right, so we're going to tighten up our limping range here. We're going to tighten up the limping range because my guy is going ham. We're going to sneak in some more traps. This will do. So this is a spot where the 3x is actually highly exploitable. I mean, ace 10 is a pretty clear jam. That's not to say we've already won the pot, but a 3x fold at this stage in the tournament is pretty catastrophic. Like, you're dumping so much when the min raise effectively gets the same reaction. We get it in good with the king 5. And we hold? That was strange. Nick, have you ever considered doing a review session of community plays like you did back with OP? I would love to, mate. Yeah. In fact, Zintex, did you want to record that? I think back in the day we did 1 or 2 games at a time. Like, we would just review 1 or 2, and that was usually enough to be like, oh, you're clearly like thinking along this path. You're clearly doing this thing a lot, and you should probably like stop doing that. That might be a good one to do before you go to Barca. Those were really fun. I actually really enjoyed those as content pieces. We can definitely do that. The issue that I have is that I do legitimately get really busy, like working on other bits and bobs for other, for Stars or for PokerStars YouTube, PokerStars Twitch, EPT, that kind of thing. The APPT stuff we did was great as well. Finding time to do that alongside the other stuff I want to get out when I'm not getting that out already it's tough. It's tough. Alphonse. The small blind limping call would be a shocker there for sure. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid. I think I only ever played 1. Can't remember which one it was. I think it might have been it was Dreamcast or Xbox. Great game though. That sound always comes up in my mind when he says my alarm bells ring off. It's a little bit higher, isn't it? We're gonna get the DMCA for the Metal Gear Solid sound. Pink Pony Club. So today is an auspicious day, by the way, guys. I know that my stream is relatively stable most of the time. However, I do plug into the router to get maximum stability whenever I possibly can. Unfortunately, the router itself is all the way through the building, like to the front door. So I've got a really long Ethernet cable that I run all the way around. Did I miss a spot just then? Was that a min raise? Okay, no, that was fine. Yes. I mean, we're not folding. That's a funny line from the Queen 4 spades. But okay, cool. No, that's fine. We didn't miss a spot. It was all good. Anyway, today our lovely handyman popped in and he drilled a hole through the roof into the loft and now ran that cable all the way down to the front door. Oh! Can you imagine actually just having the best hand here? This challenge will be the fucking death of me. I swear to God. I swear to God. They're going to be like, what happened to poor old Nick? What happened to poor old Nicholas? He was a nice boy. People liked him, I think. I hope. Probably not. Well, he decided to do a 50K challenge, and we all know how that went. Oh, yes. Ah, yes. Of course, I'd love to send some recordings, maybe find some leaks. That'd be very appreciated, but I imagine you got so much work to do the moment you went to. Go ahead and record it and send it anyway, May, and then just remind me to do it. It doesn't take long at all, and it's good. It's good content. It really is. As long as you're happy for me to upload it to YouTube or whatever. What I tend to do in the past was you would record 2 or 3 games and then we would just skip through it. So it's kind of like on hyper speed. Thank you very much for the follow. Coco Bolo. What's up? Sorry, guys. Sorry for the ASMR. I'm trying to get this stupid sticker off. Who invented these stickers? Some absolute sicko. Made quite some EV in that one thanks to the punter. I know, it feels good. I like winning EV. I do actually really like winning EV, Croaks, but didn't matter, did it? It didn't matter. Spoke too soon, classic. To be fair, I wasn't pre-celebrating. I was just celebrating that I was on the right side of the cold deck. I was actually just, that was not a pre-celebration. I was not fist pumping like, oh, we got him, I'm such a clever boy. That was me legitimately excited about the fact that I actually like cold deck somebody for the first time in 6 months. Although I've done that a couple times today already. I probably should have mentioned at this point anyway, guys, but I have played a little session this morning and it was similarly brutal. Excuse me, not beautiful. It's last night round 2. Nope, it's gonna be better today. God damn it! I swear, I need to go all the way back to the drawing board on those spots too. I think I'm doing them right. I just think I'm getting like absolutely omega exploited by the regs. And here's 2 of them right here. What's up, Mac? Should have done the 50K challenge in kickoffs. Oh no. Oh! Oh my god. It's impossible to lose. What? It's really weird. I did win a 10x earlier though, guys. I got pictures. I'll put it in the next update. I've had 3 10x's since the last update, and I've won 2 of them. That goes to show you how hard we are getting wrecked right now. We're still down 25 buy-ins, and we've won 2 of our 10x's. Thank you for the clip, Tom. Queen 10. Queen high for the win. That's a good clip, Tom. Thank you. First time in 6 months, except for the ones today. Yeah. Trying to figure out, I think we're, so there's PokerStars displays the chest slightly differently now. I'm about 70% of the way to a silver chest unlock, which will actually be a pretty good sized chunk. Against Bluff Cruel, I think we call here. Yeah, he's a reg. Come on. He's a reg. We can look this one up later. I'm pretty sure it's a call, though. Chopper is okay. That one's obviously going to be contentious. In fact, you know what? Fuck this. If PokerStars is going to be cruel, what's up, Mateus? Good to see you, buddy, over there on YouTube chat. In kickoffs, you'd at least not get exploited by their eggs. It's true. It's true. All right, we're going to close stars for a minute, and we're going to review the ace deuce of clubs hand, because in times of great turmoil, it's important that we affirm and confirm that we are not completely losing our shit. For example, should we be all in with King Queen for 8 big blinds in the small blind multi-way? Let's do it. Let's find out, because clearly what we're doing is not real. It's all fake. It's all fake. All right, so I've turned off PokerStars, guys. I've deactivated the PokerStars client. Anything that we reference now is not referenced while in play or even while the client is on. So we're well within TOS. Let's do a little review. Let's play a game, guys. Let's play a game. We're not even going to mark the hands. How stupid is Nick? Don't answer that. All right, we're going to open up GTO Wizard. We're going to do this. We're going to do this the expensive way. I'm not even going to look at my own charts. I'm going to do this with all of the analysis associated with the non-symmetrical stack depths as well. And we're going to check this one out. All right, look at this. Ace deuce suited. 100% call. How do they always have me dominated? 100% call. All right. Another rhetorical question. How often should we be all in with king queen in the spot where we just went broke? Let's do this one, guys, because I'm not sure about this one. I'm really not sure. I don't know. Oh, 100% all in. 100%. Okay. Let's close all that up. Let's close all that up and let's get back to the poker. It's just important that we confirm that we're not completely losing our fucking minds while we're losing our completely lost fucking minds. Can't even speak English. All right, not to worry. Nice game. Not to worry. Let's just play more poker. Mateus says, hello, hello. We'll jump in the action in 20 minutes or so. I'll see you there, Mateus. Good luck. See you in a bit, buddy. All right. Back in the room. I should run into aces less. You're right. Croaks just noticed the music. It is very, very quiet. Is it better if I turn it up a smidge? So I'm wearing my my over-ear headphone things because it's a little bit, they're a lot lighter than the big ones. And I want to be able to hear when there's alarms and stuff like that as well. Yeah, I want to hear when there's alerts or whatever. But they are generally on the quieter side. They're generally on the quieter side. And so I have to have the volume all the way up so I can hear the music, but I actually don't know what that equates to in like normal sound levels. Do I feel vindicated now? No, not really, because I already knew the answer to both of those spots. Do I feel vindicated is such a good question. It doesn't make me feel better. It makes me feel a little bit better. Tony. Yeah, you're right. It's not. It's fake news, isn't it? Whoa! 7 deuce like a boss. Give him some rope. I'm gonna give him some rope here. We're gonna give him some rope. How much rope you got, buddy? Prepare for the click 7 bets. All right, Mateus, good to see you, man. I recall. I was thinking about that this morning, actually. I was having a little giggle to myself. Ah, that's a cold deck for the 4 deuce. We got a cold deck, guys. We had a cold deck, and we actually didn't lose. It was kind of crazy. Ooh, snap check. All right. All right. That's definitely not a limp, by the way, guys. We're exploiting the move there. We're exploiting the move. Oh, great start. Huge start. Give me the royal. Only turn it up if you play some proper music, not this NPC royalty-free crap. First of all, Crooks, you of all people should know this is not free royalty-free crap. It might be crap, but it's not royalty free, and I did pay for it. Curse is a lo-fi hater. Keep all the nuts in. Keep all the nuts in. We'll keep all the nuts in. All right, that was a good game for the Eves, man. That was a very good Eves game. I will say there is a decent amount on this playlist that might as well be royalty free, but I do pay for Epidemic Sound to get some slightly better stuff. Although most of that is to do with my alerts and stuff like that too. Does anyone know, right? So I've paid for Epidemic Sound for quite some time. I probably shouldn't have for that long. It's okay. It's not the best, in my opinion. Does anyone know? Does anyone know if I were to disable Epidemic Music, does that mean that suddenly all of my music becomes DMCA flagged? As soon as I turn off my subscription. First time in 6 months again today. Thank you, Tom. I'm glad somebody's keeping count. I'm glad somebody's keeping count, Tom. Thank you, mate. You're a good friend. You're a really good friend. Not even a royal get banned. All right, should we try some different glasses today, by the way? These are actually Ray-Bans. Not like the cheap shit we were wearing yesterday. Those weren't any good. Oh my God, the glasses. I don't think it gets any better. I don't think it gets any better, you guys. I don't think it gets any better. It takes a little bit for your eyes to get used to it, but these are way too dark to be inside. It's actually like midnight behind these shades in the day if you're not outside in the direct sun. Croak says, set up your audio tracks and play even flow. I can't. I can't. They'll ban me, bro. Even flow. I can find me her hair. Yes. Oh, even flow. Get away. Get away. Oh my God, look, it's Jowzera. We got 2 regs on YouTube chat right now, guys. 2 good regs, I should say, as well. Not that they need qualifying, obviously. However, Jowzera and my friend Mateus, they're not the soft ones. They're not the easy competition, I can tell you that. Look who we found here. What's up, Jazera? ¿Cómo está? We're going to try and see a flop with the KT. All of a sudden, it's risky business up in here. Yeah. I'm an upstanding member of this community, Crooks. I believe in protecting protecting music licensing. This is a really specific one. Sometimes you just have to say fuck it. You're not wrong. You're not completely wrong, John. You are not completely wrong, John. John, you're not completely wrong. Yeah. What do we call this? Let's spin this one. What? We got a fall in the big blind. Whoa! The comeback is real. The comeback is real. Come on, get the full cat. Oh, it's so live. The comeback is on. Get there. Gonna run into pocket kings again, yeah. You're welcome, Mateus. Yeah, okay. You know, it's funny. That was probably enough to get me demonetized on YouTube already. But there you are. It shouldn't be this this hard to avoid running into big pairs. Even flow like a wide window. So, yes. Playing music on YouTube is bad. Yeah, that's why we usually avoid it. But John said fuck it, so I decided we're just going to run with it. And if they said jump off a cliff, would you do that too? If John Delano said to me, Nick, jump off this cliff, I swear to God, it's going to be cool. It's going to be fine. I would trust him. I would trust him. I would say yes. Happily, yes. No questions asked. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, Croaks, if I end up getting banned, it's your fault. I'm coming for you. There is no jury in the world that would not convict you of a serious felony for convincing me to do that. There is not a single... There's no court in the world that would not immediately demand reparations for what you've done. Oh, even flow. All right, we got to make a note of this because that was goofy over here from Monica. Or Monic. Nope, I think that's pretty much confirmed, I think. Limp button 7 effective was, call it 8 effective. King 3 off. Is it King 3? King 3 offsuit check. Yep, we got to spin this one, guys. Too much equity to fold. Martin Samuel, thank you for the follow. This is a push. It's okay. I just got off the phone with Pearl Jam. Nick has permission. Eddie says hi. There you go. I see Nikki and I get clicky. What's going on, dude? Welcome. Hi, Martin. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, yeah. We're going to call 3 big blinds and fold the flop. Let's go. That feels fantastic. You absolutely love to see it. What time is it? What time zone are we in? It's 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, people. 2 o'clock on a Tuesday. What are we looking at here? I logged in at midnight last night. It wasn't midnight. It was like 10. And it's all regs. What's going on? I said set it up your audio tracks properly before you play the music. No, it's okay. Straight down the barrel. It was straight down desktop audio. And I'm not ashamed of it. Yeah, this is one of these. We can do one of these. This is allowed. This is allowed. This is actually allowed. Even flow. Just gonna bet one big blind. Just gonna bet one big. Gonna bet one big. Yeah, if Pearl Jam actually agreed to that, I have the owner's permission to play this one. Oh, King's Crushers, Game for Life. Can I actually get a copy of this? I'll add this to the blend. I don't know about this one. It's danger, but it might be right. Sir Adger, what's up? Good to see you. This is funny. Who made this? Who made this? Yeah, we probably need to call here, guys. I mean, we've got a pretty amazing price in the first place, but if the 7 or the 5 are live some of the time as well, it's pretty sensational for us. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Really quick, guys. Actually, I want to review that one. I want to pause and look at that one. I'm going to close up stars. Closing PokerStars, guys. The client is now officially closed. Okay. Just in case that wasn't clear, let's take a look at this one for review really quick. When we are running like we're running, I need extra reassurance that I'm not a complete mega whale. Now, here's the thing. GTO will never just shove a 7 there. I don't think. It could be wrong. That's why we're going to check it. But let's go ahead and take a look at that hand for review. So, like I said, guys, PokerStars is closed. Any material that we make reference to now is fine because we're not using it while we're on PokerStars. Okay, got it. Good. All ticks. Let's take a look at the actual spot, though, specifically. So, call, raise, call. Pretty much all of our suited hands are going to fall into a calling range here. We're going to end up folding some of the absolute weakest stuff here. As we get deeper, all the suited hands become call, but 7-5 suited is still good. Flop comes 9-6-4. Big blind all in. How often are they supposed to shove here? All in 0%. So this is not a thing. However, as solved, our opponent does go all in. And 7-5 offsuit is 100% call. 100% call. Yeah, I mean, it's broken because it's solved here, and then it's, yeah, it is what it is. We just call. Sounds good. Game on. All right, we're going to close up all that stuff. None of that is open anymore. And we're going to fire up stars, and we're going to continue with our sesh. So far, so good. Next game. Martin Samuel says, did you visit the States this summer or strictly bright? No, I did not go to the States. I will be going to the States probably in November for NAPT, I imagine. As we often do these days. That's not confirmed yet, but if I am going to go to the States, it'll be for that. I would like to go visit my family in the States at some point soon, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Oh, wait a second. Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. I'm going to play this hand weird. I'm going to play it weird. This is on purpose. I'm playing it weird on purpose. I'm trying to target this guy specific. What the? Ah! Never! Never again. That's it. Career's over, guys. The career is fully over. It's all over. It's game over for Nick. No, there's no more. There's no more. No more poker. He's quitting forever. There's no more poker. It's all over. Career ended. Career ended by this absolutely ridiculous run that I've been on. It was a good run. I've enjoyed you all. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you for letting me entertain you. Clocking off. See you guys. Live to win till you die. Yeah, it was a good line. We are targeting the small blind with the lead on the turn because we're trying to get max value from clubs or king X that they're not going to fold. It's an actual dream setup. It's an actual dream setup. It's an actual dream setup. I think I might bluff the river. Wish me luck, guys. Nice call. I was actually targeting the 7 or the 4 to fold potentially, but there we go. Next game. It was a good line, and it's really, really good when they don't turn and river a boat. Obviously, the 9 is pretty inconsequential. Yeah, the running 9s are pretty inconsequential. The 9 is only relevant if our opponent actually turned and rivered it. So, you know, there's that. By the way, Zintex. Sorry, I got distracted. By the way, Zintex, that was actually a really, really nice song. Thank you for your permission to play it. That was a I was unaware of the fact that you made this music, but it was good. I enjoyed that. The lyrics are actually particularly nice. I applaud that. I will be all in here, guys. Welcome, Nick, to Nick's Spin Challenge Director David Lynch. Accurate. All right, so this is for 8.83 big blinds. Live to win till you die. You win, buddy. Wish me luck. King 9 is unforgivable, I'm not gonna lie. King 9, fairly unforgivable. $2.5 big blinds, any two cards. Getting a walk there is absolutely monumentally cool. Straight me. Nice. Yeah. Yep. You're welcome, Syntax. It was unexpected. It's unexpected. I thought that was actually some very solid sneaking in the poker terminology. Oh, Devi. Feel free to just check fold. That's okay. You can check fold, mate. $10-7. Just get out of my life, mates. What was that? What actually was that? What is going on here? What was this call? What is this call? Ugh. So bored of running like shit. Bored of it now, guys. Not having fun anymore. Oh. Didn't even give him the boats. We're getting the walks here. That's kind of nice. Guy just loves 10-7. Did anyone have a cheeky sausage roll from Greg's recently? No, I have not. However, I could be convinced. Okay. This is... Yeah, we're not going to win because we can't run good apparently, but I'm very confused by a couple of these moves. We won't be folding King Tray. No, it's been a while, Martin. 10-7? 10-7 offsuit? Eco, 10-7? It was 10 high. Just makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. Although the 10-9 in that case is actually a pretty reasonable call. 10-9 is GTO. The other ones I'm really not sure about. Maybe he was thinking, you know, one guy was sitting out and he just wants to take the flip and get heads up against the other guy or something. I don't know. Let's just bluff the flop. Just gonna stab the flop like an absolute donkey. I'm a monkey. Live to win till you die. I'm just going all in. Chobo limp, then you fold. Gonna do this. We're calling a shove if we need to. Gonna do this. King high for the win? This guy's got Jack 9. He's got Jack 9. Nice hand, buddy. One big blind will work, though, for show. I think he has too many missed straight draws that can be an exploit bet there. That's a nice all-in. And then we will not be folding. Wish me luck. Get there. Get there. Don't know what it feels like to run good anymore. All right, Aaron, enjoy the gym, buddy. See you in a bit. It's a pretty awful turn. It's a pretty awful turn, guys. Oh. How many flips have we won today? How many flips have we won today? Not many. Right, 3-5 off. Okay, good turn now. Next game, please. We won a flip. It was cool. It's very cool. Marcos del Rio. Marcos del Rio. Marcos del Rio. Oh my fucking God. That is really outrageous. That is very outrageous, my friend. Marcos del Rio. That is very fucking outrageous, Marcos. That's less outrageous. Marcos del Rio. Marcos del Rio. Marcos del Rio. Is this the greatest ISO bluff of all time? Next time you pass Greg, stop and remember some of us would have to fly about 7 hours to get one. Perfect. Trap at the century. Possibly a trap. Can we catch a bluff? Can we catch a bluff? Not quite. Marcos del Rio. Marcos del Rio. Longest game ever. Hey guys, welcome everybody from Western Stream. My name is Nick. If you don't know me, I am a PokerStars Ambassador, and I am playing $50,000 worth of $10 spinning goes, and I'm tracking all my progress, and we're doing a challenge. Welcome. Hope you guys are good today. We're in the middle of a downswing. It's been hard, but we are persevering. Just as we finish up that game, guys, I want to review one really quick hand. I'm going to close PokerStars. So again, the client is now fully closed. I'm going to update this graph over here. This is where we're at today in chips, and we're having a hard time. We're going to copy this hand history, and we're going to open up a GTO Wiz. And we're going to take a look at this hand in a replayer because I'm pretty sure I did this right, but I'm not sure, and I want to double check my work. Lucky, thank you very much for the follow. 2 ticks. Large ISO and call the all in. Okay, yes. So the 8-7 suited is confirmed good. Funky Funds, thank you for the follow. So small blind calls, we have a larger ISO size, so we size up, and 8-7 suited is a perfect example of this larger ISO size, so we've done that correctly. We use 3.5, 4 is the same, it's all good. There's an all-in, and we are calling all of the hands that we're going to ISO here, here, and here. Pretty straightforward. It is very, 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 very important that when you're on a downswing, you're not using this as a crutch, right? You're kind of going, oh, blah, blah, yeah. It's not meant to tilt you because you're doing things right and you're not getting rewarded. It's meant to vindicate you. It's meant to validate you. And I find that when I'm on a downswing, doing more study makes me feel better about what I'm doing because it's confirmation that we're not just making this shit up and we're just awful. Even when we're running into it left, right, and center, and it's very difficult to win. All right, I'm going to close up GTO Wizard now. Everything is now closed. There's no more charting open, and we are going to fire up stars again. We're going to continue with the session. If you guys just joined us, hit the follow button, hang out. We're doing 50K challenge. We're on a shorter delay as well, only 100 seconds today. And I would love if you guys would stick around and we could watch some cards together. I'll show results at the end, guys, or intersperse like we just did. Currently, we are winning a couple chips in EV today. That's what we're looking for when we're playing spins. We've played about $8,000 worth of our overall challenge at this point. And we're hoping to get to 50K before the end of 2025. More information, !challenge in the chat. Wizzy, how was your stream, bud? Funky Funds, thank you very much. Good to see you. And let's play some fucking poker. Let's just brutalize straight through it, guys. Let's just go straight through the pain. Also, that gif of James Hardigan looking confused is wonderful. We're not going to get frustrated. We're just going to play through the pain. Because we are very grateful to be able to play the wonderful game that is Texas Hold'em. Even if it is occasionally a very cruel mistress. For example. ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenido, amigo. Tengo que jugar también. Of course they have pocket tens. Tengo que jugar también. It's so weird how they just always have the nuts. It's really weird. This is also 100% push, 8-9 off, and 10-9 off is dominating the fuck out of us. All right, next game. Next game, not phased. Totally not about to cry. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's absolutely fine. I feel fine about the whole thing. Absolutely not a problem. Yeah. I think that's probably fair from the Queen Jack. I think that's an okay way to play the hands. I think it's pretty standard, actually. Raising the larger kicker and then shoving turn is probably very good. Definitely am not mad at the way that hand is played there. You made it in time for the Seagulls. That's right. By the way, guys, in Brighton, it is an absolutely stunning day. It's meant to be like 32 degrees here in Brighton, which is pretty nutso. .32 degrees, which means with the humidity, it'll probably feel a lot hotter as well. Managing to keep the house quite cool. The new flat is positioned really nicely where you get a bit of a breeze and you're not ever in direct sunlight, but you still get lots of natural light. Just give me some options. I need some options, please. If he calls the turn, I'm gonna bluff this river. No. And ace-5, pretty clear push here. Really not gonna do much else. Pocket 4s is a call, wish me luck. Winning flips is easy. Winning flips is easy. Thank you for the follow, WWR73. I hope you're doing good today. Thanks for hitting the follow button. I actually haven't looked at our follower count in a while. We've only been on, we only started this channel a relatively small time ago, and obviously we actually haven't had a chance to stream as much as we would have liked. Could I just make a straight, please? I think I would prefer just to make a straight. The 5 might be good though, never know. That is better. Now, let's take a look at where we're at with the followers. Can he call with 2 pair? All right, nice. Right. Now, this is one that we want to play differently. This is the size. This is the size. All right, so what we're going to do is stream manager, followers, 1,278. All right, not bad. This is actually... It's actually higher than I thought it was going to be. We've only... I wonder how many actual hours we've streamed. That'll be on there as well, won't it? How many hours have we actually streamed? Analytics, overview. Can I do all time? Dominated again. King Deuce 100% push here. It is absolutely astonishing how many times you can run into a dominating hand when you're just doing the most standard shit. It's better to hold there. Q. Yep, push here for sure. When was the first stream? Can we filter for all? Can I do June? It'll be on Twitch tracker or something, right? All right, that's a victory. Twitch tracker. And then let's take a look at Nick Walsh TV. We're live. Statistics. Now, who limped the button here? Okay. All time. There we go. $2021. Really? Oh, I guess I made the account ages ago, though, right? That wasn't like our first stream. Not even close. Only 149 hour stream. That's like nothing, right? Yeah, it wasn't until February 2025 we actually started streaming. That makes sense. Okay, okay, not bad, not bad. But yeah, relatively new. So the channel is small. Of course, my usual haunt is... My usual haunts are on Twitch, PokerStars. See PokerStars Twitch. Look at we're gonna race for value, yeah. That might be the greatest flop I've ever seen in my life. Nobody wants a piece. Oh, Tom, these clips are so good. This clip is perfect, mate. These are great clips, Tom. Thank you. All right, domination situation. Wow. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep this ting going. All right, guys, let's keep it going. Let's try and grind it out a little bit more. Got to get back on this. Got to get back on this donkey. Emphasis on the donkey. Emphasis on me being the donkey. Probably another 25 minutes or so of poker today, guys. Can tell you that today we've played 59 spin and goes. That will include some from the session that I played earlier off stream when the builder came around this morning. All right, we're gonna sneak in with a limp here. See how Peter wants to play the cards. Let's have a little bet. Maybe, Tom. I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying the one table today. 4 for 30 minutes. We could do 4 for 30 minutes. Not sure if I have this set up anymore. I don't know if I have. I don't know if I have the setup for it. One table, one presenter, 4 table desktop. I can try. See what that looks like. Yeah, we might be able to sneak that in. We're actually choosing violence today. Tom is perhaps choosing violence today. It's true. All right, I think I've got the thing for it. I think I've got the setup for it. Oh no, actually it's not set up, Tom. Sorry. That is kind of the right one, but it hasn't been set up for it hasn't been set up for the stream yet. Let's just leave it. I have a frush draw. I do have a fresh draw. Just trying to get a dent in the 5K. I mean, we're almost to 1K. That's 20%. Eight high for the win, huh? Didn't want to bluff at any stage. The reason I didn't bluff is I was just trying to imagine what kind of a hand wouldn't actually bluff that board. Let me see if I've got another. What could I do? I could do. There's a way I could do it though. One sec, Tom. So if I go to review, and then I try and find. Okay, cool. Copy. Okay, one sec, gotta bring this down. Should be the same setup, I think. So the thing is, it should be behind. Desktop should sit behind the current game, which is currently down here. There we go. Pie Face Poker, what's up, bro? That's why it's called Spin and Sun. Spin and Sun run. Oh, the 4s into the deuces. Tom, it happened for the first time in 6 months. Wish me luck. That is fairly off the beaten track there, that move, but that works. Cool. What are the chances? This guy's got ace queen when he's got 2 big blinds, huh? Okay. That makes sense. 6 big blinds, I should say. Okay, Peter, let's finish this now. 30 bucks, please. $30! Has it been 6 months already again? All right, let me try this out. All right, cool. So this is just chat box here, guys, by the way. Okay, we can multi-table for a little bit. Let's do it. 4 tournaments, $10 stakes. No idea what this is going to look like. Let's disable this one. All right, does that work? Kind of. It's not quite the layout that I would have liked, but did I actually save for this? One sec, guys. Fold. Let's make that a call. In fact, let's make that one 3. Make that one a steal. I might have already saved a setting for this one. No, I didn't do a 4. I didn't do a 4. Yes, that one's still in there. That one's fine. This one is 1. There we go. That's all right, isn't it, guys? Something like that. Ace Jack is the best hand. Threes into 9s, because, you know, fucking of course. Got a victory bottom right. Let's see if it changes the run good. We'll give it a go. Let's give it a go. Give it a little spinner. Let's give it a little spin. Are pocket tens any good? Pocket tens are a good hand, apparently. Here's a cutoff. Should be full. This should be full. Poker Joker, what's up, buddy? I got it in with the best hand again. That's so strange. I don't know how to win anymore. I don't know how to win anymore, guys. I thought I had it all figured out. For a minute, I really thought I had it all figured out. For a minute, I really thought I had it all figured out. Sladosht. 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 Oh. Interesting. Sladosht. Gonna bluff the river guys on the right. Although we are probably beating quite a few bluffs now. But we're gonna go for it anyway. Nice hand, sir. Nice hand, buddy. We probably should have just folded the turn, to be honest. The flop call is okay, though. I'm going to bet small on the top left here. I'm going to try and induce a bluff. Gonna try and induce a bluff here. We do get the one big blind call anyway, which is lovely. That should be pretty straightforward. So should this one. Yeah. Getting a call from Jack 10 is nice, especially when you hold. That's a good one. That is a good one. If you guys see that flicker, by the way, I do have the HUD disabled, as I always say. For some reason, hand to note kind of flickers, though. You've got the HUD disabled; it flashes up sometimes, like as the new hand loads. Just could we get a chance? 2 floats away. Shoving this one, shoving this one, shoving this one. Folding that one. Can we get a hold? Top left, never mind. Ace King of Spades is the nuts. Ace King of Spades might be the nuts. Ace King of Spades might be the nuts. Fold. And we're going to check call bottom left. I'm going to try and catch a bluff here with the 6. Oh! 4 tabling and catching bluffs like it's nobody's business! 4 tabling and catching bluffs is the name of my new fucking band. 40 bucks bottom right, let's go. 4 tabling, catching bluffs, let's go. Queen tray lets me down, top left. This one is going to be close, but we can do a little bit of everything here. I don't even know how deep this guy is on the left, bottom left. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And I guess we're going to check, and we're going to try and do something like this. We're going to value bet the river for 1. We do get a call by God knows what. I think it's when there's showdown. Sometimes it flashes because it's trying to show the previous hand. Let me see if I can get this to look good. It's not easy to do when you're playing, obviously. This one is okay. We can do a weird call here. The tables could be bigger is the thing, right? They could slightly overlap. We definitely got punished for that one in a big way. Okay, King 9 is the best hand. Top left. $30 minutes of power for Tom. 30 minutes of raw, unadulterated power for Tom here. All right, we're gonna start bluffing now. Folds, bets. This might be a really bad river, but we're gonna try. I was literally gonna say that king probably just fucking improves him as well. I don't know. This guy just checked down King 10 the whole way. Okay, we'll make a note about that. That was an unusual one for sure. Yes, yes, yes. We're gonna keep on playing because it's not 4 o'clock. Thank you very much for the follow. Who was that? That was Rickety Rich. What's up? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Queen Jack is live. Get a chopper here. Sneaking in ISO. Fold the queen tray. And then this one has to be a call, bottom right. Snapping the, trapping the aces, excuse me. Very, very small. Continue here for 125. Just give him king 10. That would be fun. Just give him jack 10 up here on the right. Same hand, huh? Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on shoving like the Pink Pony Club. All right, Tom, last 4 games. Thank you very much for the follow. I'm gonna keep on shoving like we got trip jacks. I'm gonna bomb turn. Shove up here, shove up here. Ace, queen is good. Let's go. Ace, queen was a good hand. 9-7's also enough against the reg. Got a call top left. Nope. 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 All right, 30 bucks top left is a win. I'm gonna leave these tables open so I can maybe resize in a minute. See if I can make them fit better. Anyway, king 8 of hearts is gonna be good enough here. This is just gonna be a fold. This is just gonna be a push. This might be 1 pip too wide, but like the push is still gonna be Nash on the bottom left. The push is still a Nash push, but probably GTO is like call queen deuce, shove queen 3 or queen 4 plus. Pocket 5s is a good hand. Yeah, I mean, you can call a lot faster than that, buddy. Ace-9 suited is maybe the best hand ever in the history of poker. 2 live cards against the ace. We don't lose much EV there. That's cool. It's just obviously a call. And we cannot win, apparently. All right, while we're here then. Okay. Something like that. And then... Okay, definitely got to call the turn. King high for the win. Do we want to bluff the river? No. Definitely going to get bluff catch there with the 7. We beat all the misdraws. So we don't need to bluff. Pocket jacks with a chance. I mean, we're filling up the screen. I think you can see what's happening. It might be easier to follow like this anyway. What do you guys think? Because you guys can see which is in focus, but you still see the runouts, right? So if there's an all-in, you still see who wins. Yeah, Zintex, I can do that, but it's not a square. I'm not sure how to describe it. I can stack them, and I can make them resize according to the screen, but the problem is my screen is not the shape that you're looking at over here. It's not a square. So it's resizing to a different shape and a different size. I think this actually works quite well. Let's save this one. Oh, it was close. Manage layouts. Let's do apply. Oh, okay. Wait a second. That one was already saved, I guess. Why was that not? Oh, what happened? Oh, there you go. Okay, that's actually already saved. You can't really see what's going on here, but you can't really see what's happening anyway with the 4 tables. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. Overbet turn. Very cool, very cool. Super cool. We're not folding the turn, but it does feel like this is a bit of a weird one. We're gonna have to call the river quite often here, theoretically. Marcos is the kind of aggressor who would try that too, the Argentinian aggressor. The bad boy of Argentina has put us all in on the river. Limped pot at... Oh, pretty deep. Oh. We put the chips in good, guys. But we didn't win. So strange. All right. Well, there you go. That is the end of that one. Let's go ahead and disable desktop. Let's also give this a color. And let's take a look at how our results turned up over here. All right, guys, so over to the graph and review. This is the end of our session. Let's take a look at today in totality. This is not the result. Let me refresh. Drum roll, please. We ended up down 30 bucks. Woo! Really not a lot to say as of yet today, guys. The chip EV was okay-ish, but not really good enough for me personally. 11 chips per game. We want to be closer to at least 22 or higher. That's a pretty solid target for the faster format. During that last sort of stint, I do feel like we actually played pretty well. I don't think we made many mistakes, but it just seems like right now we are not destined to acquire EV because it's just so hard to win when we are making very standard all-ins, very standard shoves. We're running into it a lot, and that's really hard. So that's going to be a wrap for today's session, guys. We played $740 worth of poker today. Let's filter specifically for the overall now. Currently down 26 buy-ins. That's really not many buy-ins in the grand scheme of things. 25, in fact, excuse me. We have about a minus 3% ROI overall. Chip EV of currently 9. Now, it doesn't take much to get that chip EV up into the reasonable realm, right? We just have to have a couple days of running the opposite of how we're running now, and we will be within a break-even plus range. 784 games isn't that many games in the grand scheme of Spin and Goes. Especially not when you imagine these games are 3 times as fast as they were before, or potentially more. So here we are. We are grinding alongside our rake back and whatever. We're not far off break even. I think we got about $190 locked down, not including the most recent chest that we're about to unlock very shortly. So yeah, we're heading in the right direction. We're putting in volume. It's been really tough though, guys. This is the overall graph. You can see we've been on quite the roller coaster. Again, a lot of this red line that we were trying to resolve, we're clearly resolving. The study behind the scenes is improving our game at the shallower stack depth. We're finding flatness within the red line, which is something that is, you know, not even really part of my traditional style anyway. And in fact, throughout today's session, we found some positive red line. We don't want to put too much stock into this kind of thing, but it does indicate that we're plugging leaks in our pre-flop, which is super important. And then when we actually go on a tear where we just have hands and we actually are the player who has the ace king when we've got the ace queen, we're going to steal back a lot of the EV that's been robbed of us so far. This was a solid sesh though, guys, overall. I mean, we're putting in the groundwork. We're playing the volume that allows us to get to the good stuff. And at the moment, we're stuck in the boring stuff. So that's how it is. That's how poker is on occasion. The fact that we've managed to maintain this sort of flatness, I mean, I know it's a bumpy road, but the fact that we've managed to like hold our own when literally none of our pre-flop none of our all-ins are basically good. They're not good when we have the best hand, and they're not good when we cold deck them. We don't win when we cold deck them. When we get it in, we are the ones getting cold decked, and therefore, you know, we're stealing back EV in other places, which is great. Like I said, we just need a little bit of run good. We'll be doing fine. So yeah, there you go. Another one in the books. We're going to clock off there. 7,840 of our 50K total. So we're making progress. I would like to try and get that number to over 1,000 before the end of this week. I say the end of this week, before the end of tomorrow, really, because we're going to be in London from Wednesday to Sunday this week for the Women's Summer Festival, doing commentary and then also potentially playing some cards as well. If you guys don't follow me on my social media platforms, go and check out my Instagram. That's the one that I update the most. And I will keep you guys updated on what happens in London. I might even do a little cash game content. I'm going to be there for a couple days. I'm probably going to end up playing a fair amount of cash. Hopefully, that's the plan. And I could keep you guys updated on how that looks. It's not going to be polished like Joe Bold, but it could be interesting to follow. Anyway, that's a wrap for today, guys. We're making progress. We're heading in the right direction. We got to play a lot more Spin and Goes, and there's a lot more run good waiting for us, I'm sure. But at the moment, we're in a real holding pattern. Improving, but a holding pattern nonetheless. Clocking off there, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hit the follow button if you haven't done so already here, and also on the social media platforms. I'll drop you a link in the chat if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you guys either later tonight, probably not, or tomorrow for more Spin and Goes and the 50K challenge. Love you. See you guys next time.